My name is Emily. I've always seen myself as a loyal wife and a loving mom. But one morning, while decorating the backyard for my daughter Lily's birthday party, everything changed in an instant. Who would have thought that a simple offer to help could awaken feelings I had buried for years and turn my life upside down? Emotions can take us to unexpected places. How far would you go? How much can a single moment change everything? This is the story of the day my life took a turn I never saw coming. Stick around to hear how it all ends. I was standing at the top of a shaky ladder, hanging up string lights on the porch. The sun was shining, casting a warm glow over the backyard. Getting everything ready for Lily's birthday party always brought me joy. Most of the responsibility usually fell on me since my husband Jake was always too busy with work to help much. The ladder wobbled slightly, but I was used to handling things on my own. Just then, a voice startled me. "Emily, need a hand?" The voice was deeper than I expected. When I turned my head, I nearly lost my balance. Standing there was Ryan, my best friend Sarah's son. "Oh, Ryan, thank you so much." "I could really use some help," I said, trying to play it cool as I climbed down the ladder. He stepped forward to steady the ladder, and for a brief second, our hands touched. That simple touch sent a jolt through me, one I didn't expect. "Just got here and figured I'd see if you needed anything," he said with a warm smile. "That's really sweet of you," I replied, leading him toward the other decorations. As we worked together, I found it impossible not to notice him. His confidence, the ease in his movements, it was almost hypnotizing. Every time our hands accidentally brushed, my heartbeat quickened. As the evening fell, the party was in full swing, laughter and chatter filled the air. But beneath it all, there was something else, a quiet, invisible spark between Ryan and me. I kept noticing him in the crowd. He was effortlessly charming, drawing people in with his energy and conversation. At one point, we met by the drinks table. "Emily!" he called out, smirking. He handed me the last of Lily's favorite drink. "Saved this one just for you." "Thanks, Ryan, I really needed this," I said, taking the cup. Our fingers brushed again, and there it was, that familiar spark, like a secret we weren't saying out loud. The next morning started as any other. Jake had left for work, Lily was getting ready for her day, and I was clearing up the breakfast table. Afterward, I decided to take a long shower. The hot water eased the tension in my shoulders, and I tried to let my mind wander anywhere but the night before. But it was impossible. My thoughts kept circling back to Ryan. He made me feel something I hadn't felt in years, alive. And yet that same feeling carried a heavy weight of guilt. The only sound was the water running, until I heard the door open. For a moment, panic hit me. Had Jake come back home? Or had Lily forgotten something? But then I saw him, Ryan. Through the steamy glass, our eyes met. Everything inside me froze. He stood there, shirtless, the soft glow of steam making his figure even more defined. His gaze was steady but searching, as if waiting for my reaction. My heart was pounding so loud I was sure he could hear it. "Ryan, what are you doing here?" I managed to whisper, my voice barely stronger than a breath. "This might not be right," he said slowly, his eyes never leaving mine. "But I can't ignore what I feel." I was shocked. But at the same time, something deep inside me was breaking open. The walls I had built for years were starting to crack. Ryan's boldness both scared me and pulled me in. I hesitated, gripping the edge of the shower curtain. The world outside that bathroom disappeared. It was just us, trapped in this electric silence. He stepped closer, then another step. I no longer felt the water's warmth, only his breath, just inches from my skin. Our eyes locked one last time before everything inside me gave in. When his lips met mine, it was like a surge of energy I hadn't felt in so long. His touch, his warmth, it all made sense in that moment. His hands moved down my back, slow and deliberate. Every part of me was aware of him, of how right it felt despite everything else. The sound of the water surrounded us, making it feel like this moment existed outside of reality. Like we had created our own world where nothing else mattered. That was the beginning. It didn't stop there. Ryan and I started finding time. Mornings when Lily was at school, moments stolen when Jake was away. Breakfasts turned into lingering touches, and before long, it became routine. But with every passing day, the guilt grew heavier. Jake's love and trust hung over me like a shadow. And yet, I couldn't stop. Ryan was pulling me into something I never knew I needed. And now, I turn to you. If you were in my shoes, what would you do? This was my story. What would you have done? Share your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe to Infidelity Stories for more stories.